right, so that was the official press briefing by several of the BJP and the central leaders and union ministers as well, once again condemning the hooliganism that was witnessed in the parliament, specifically stating as to how several of these MPs are still unapologetic despite the fact that they have been caught on tape that have also been accessed by Republic as seen manhandling marshals in Rajya Sabha. In fact, my colleague Piyush will also shortly be joining us on this, but Republic has accessed these parliament tapes where opposition MPs can be seen manhandling marshals in the Rajya Sabha. Meanwhile, the parliament decorum was completely ignored as well. This was complete hooliganism of the opposition MPs that has been caught on camera. And we saw several of the BJP leaders and specifically the union ministers at the centre holding this press briefing, once again addressing the issue, condemning the behavior of the opposition MPs within the parliament, stating that this has certainly in a way been not good for the parliament's decorum, that has been completely ignored by these MPs, and this has been a complete case of hooliganism that has been witnessed by the opposition MPs that has been caught on camera as well. Meanwhile, we do know that the monsoon session of the Lok Sabha as well as the parliament has ended with just about 22% of productivity, and just about 115 hours have been lost. There have been 20 bills that have been passed, but there have been constant interruptions from the opposition MPs as well. And we saw in the visuals on our screen right now that has been accessed by Republic as well as to how these MPs can be seen manhandling marshals, not just men, but also female marshals that were also targeted in the Rajya Sabha by certain MPs. Meanwhile, the parliament's decorum was completely ignored, and this was a clear act of hooliganism that was witnessed by the opposition MPs that has been caught on tape now. In fact, parliament tapes that have now been accessed by Republic are on your screens right now, and shortly a while back we saw as to how Piyush Goyal and several of the government ministers have come out and once again in a way asked the opposition to apologize, and they have once again maintained that it's okay to dissent, but not in the manner in which they did that. Once again stating that the government has always been open to discussions and other things, but not in this manner where there is hooliganism and manhandling that is being witnessed within the parliament premises. Let me go across to my colleague Piyush. Yes, Piyush, help us understand the key highlights of the government news briefing.
Well, yes, right now we also saw as to how the press conference was also done by 8 ministers here in Shastri Bhavan. They spoke about the kind of behavior which was done by the opposition there inside the parliament. We'll shortly try to get words from MoS, MEA, Muraleedharan, who is right now speaking to other media channels. But yes, we know as to how 8 ministers did a press conference, and they highlighted as to how these opposition MPs did not let the parliament to function. In fact, the government has demanded that Pratap Singh Bajwa must apologize to the nation for the kind of act which he did inside the parliament. Sir, we also saw the kind of unruly behavior at the part of Pratap Singh Bajwa. Though the government is demanding that he must apologize, but he has not apologized.
No, we are not demanding that he should apologize. We are demanding that there should be strictest action against such behaviors, so that nobody dares to repeat such things in future.
Also, we have seen this CCTV footage coming out in which we saw as to how women marshals were attacked, and there are some women MPs itself of Trinamool Congress and other Congress party, other MPs of Congress party. How do you see this entire footage which has now come out?
See, it exposes the real intent of the Congress party, that they were not there for discussions, they were there for disrupting the house, they were there for violence, and they were there to create stalemate.
They are also saying that these are selective footages and the government must release the entire footage. What do you have to say on that?
No, we have not released any footage. The parliament security system and the mechanism that is there You are free to get those footages.
Also, the bigger point here is that it's the people who are at the receiving end. There were many bills concerning the common man. Those were not able to be tabled. Who will now answer for all the loss which the people of India have?
It shows the utter disregard of the Congress party towards the plight of the people of this country and the efforts of the Narendra Modi government to improve that situation. They want to hamper that efforts.
That's the word also coming in from MoS, MEA Muraleedharan, who also spoke to us and highlighted as to how now Pratap Singh Bajwa should he apologize, but also because of also action, strictest action should be taken against him. There are other ministers also present here. We are continuously showing you the footage, the visuals of these ministers who are present here. We go present here in Shastri Bhavan. Richa, we spoke to V. Muraleedharan and other ministers are also here. We'll try to get in a word from them also in a short while from now. Back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Piyush, for getting us that update. Meanwhile,